What's up, boys and girls? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. Alright guys, there's been a pretty big demand on getting Cerberus T8 done. I'm going to show you guys how I got 3 stars. Keep in mind, this is my whale account, okay? My free-to-play account is not going to be able to do this whatsoever because I'm using only SRs, obviously, and SR weapons, so at the moment it's not possible. Hopefully in the future it will be when I start my brand new free-to-play account with you guys on Global, and I get Alicia's out and I get CO and Sal, and we can do that all. But I'll show you guys how I did it from a whale perspective and at least the setup and gameplay that was done. Now obviously because of this bonus I'm going to get the increased damage dealt, but I'll give you guys the full theory behind how it works. So you don't need an A5 SM Beck. As a matter of fact, you don't need SM Beck at all. You just really need Kang, if you have him, with Bleed. Bleed works. Bleed's awesome. You can use it. Or you can put Libora in and have her do Charm. That's also a pretty decent way to go about this. Now, the second person you want to have here is I have an A1 Min. I think this is pretty free to play. You guys can obviously get that. And then obviously I have an A4. I got pretty lucky with her, Sal. And she's got her weapon. Now, the way they're all built is a little different, right? Like he's got the most amount of power here, kicking at 85k. Again, he's not really in there for the damage. He's there for the bleed most parts, and he just kind of gets out. You just want that extra little bit of a tick happening. And again, Kang can do that for you as well. If you put Kang in there, he'll handle the ticking part for you as well. So again, not required to have SM Beck for this run. Just so everyone's clear, you can definitely use anybody with the bleed. So he does. Kang works really well. For Min here, I've got pretty minimal stuff here, but one thing that's very important, have the Destroyer set on him and have the Aquamarine set. Now this here is not a big deal either, again, because Sal doesn't benefit at all from this in any way, shape, or form. She doesn't scale off attack. So this was just, I had it, I put it on. Irrelevant really at the end of the day for this run. And then for Sal here, I've got myself the following setup, just so you guys are aware. I've got the toughness set and I've got the executioner set. Now the reason why executioner set works well for her here is because I don't really take much damage from Cerberus because of her shield. You can also use the shield set, by the way. This doesn't need to be the set you use. I just enjoy this set a little bit more, and I've got pretty damn good stats on it. So just so you guys are aware, she's the main unit here for DPS, and this is how her stats look. So 46% crit, 148% crit damage. We know that doesn't work anyways. Irrelevant on that part. Defense penetration is 7.71 and then 9.07% in damage increase. So the way this works, I'm going to just break it down for you guys. You go in the beginning here. Let's just start the fight. Oh, and by the way, use Iron for your main shadow, so she gets the bonus HP, and which scales off of her attack. So the main goal here is to, number one, avoid this attack, obviously, right? You avoid it here, dodge it, and the first thing you want to do is just do a quick bleed and swap out quickly. Do his ultimate, get that in, get the shadows out, and then now you can avoid this damage here and make sure that you get at least, the very least, his punishment in, okay? So punishment is important here. So you definitely want to have that right there, and then have her come in, and now you start going in on DPS, okay? So this is important because the moment you have her ult up, just cast it. Just cast it, because at 58 bars, this dude starts going invincible, like right there, and you can see how I missed that, right? So because of that extra bonus now in damage, my timing's all off. So what you want to do essentially is bring him back in again, and you want to make sure that you have his ult up, and that you can at least do another bleed. The moment you do this, remember, you can swap out QTE real fast here without taking any damage, so you completely avoid the meteor rush completely. Like, don't even take any damage from it at all, okay? So again, do your damage here, get what you need to do, bring her back in. Now again, because of the timing being all off, you want to make sure that you break this guy this time, and this time you want to also make sure that you break him before he gets a chance to go into his fire phase, right, which is his breathing phase. So once you do this, bring him back in, alt here. This will give you guys more damage going forward. Make sure you do the punishment right there, and then bring her back in again. Now he's going to cast this breath move. You can bring in your shadows to avoid any of the damage coming through, because he'll just target him, and then from there it's pretty much gangbusters. So that's essentially how I got it done. I beat it at 100, and I'll show you guys the picture, right, that I beat it with. Let me just quickly go find the picture so you guys can see my time. It was a pretty decent time, actually. Let me open the browser here. So this is my time. I beat it with a lot of time left, actually, quite a bit of time left. So that's about, what, 9, 10, 11 seconds left before the battle was over. So that's the method of getting it done. So make sure, guys, if you are running this, that you understand, number one, this is a whale run. I don't know if this is doable for free to play. If it is, kudos to you guys. You guys are incredible players. If anyone has done it as a free to play at 3 stars, but I don't think it's actually doable at the moment. Now I could obviously run the 7 tier one for you guys, but I don't think it'll have the same level of impact as running it the way I just did. So again, just to clear it up, SM Beck or Kang, doesn't matter who you use, go in for the bleed and instantly summon your shadows. Now, if you don't know this, I'm gonna create a combat tip video. I think it's gonna be really helpful for a lot of new players and veterans that might not know certain things. The moment you summon your shadows, it instantly gives you the ability to do your QTE for the next unit in line, right? So that's why the order is, it'll be Kang or SM Beck, Min, and then Sao, right? So the moment you summon your shadows, the moment you do your bleed, summon your shadows, it'll pop up your QTE, quickly QTE right in. Now the reason why you QTE is because it gives power gauge to Min and everybody else around him, and then instantly do all your skills to do punishment as fast as you possibly can, and then do your ult, and then once the ult is done, bring Sao in instantly. The moment you have Sao in there, what you want to do is you want to do all your skills and refresh them using your core damage, right? And continue doing that. Now, while that's happening, very important, you need to note, the bleed is going to start wearing off at about 58, 57 bars. At this point, QTE, SM Beck or Kang back in, cause another bleed, QTE, and at this point, he's going to start doing his immunity meteor shots, okay? At this point, let him do it. QTE and Min again. All those meteors are going to do no damage. Again, do your punishment, ult, QTE Sao in again, and then Sao will avoid all the meteors, and then he's going to do a dash. After the dash, avoid it, all your damage. Again, break him before he does his breath. Do as much damage as you can. Summon your ads again, or summon your shadows again. They'll take all the breath damage when he does pop up, and then you just kill him. Literally, that's the order of operation. So I'm sorry I have to kind of spell it out. Again, I can't really do it here. You know what I might try to do? Let me see if I can do it here at the very least, okay? I'll show you guys the setup here. Now, it is a little lower in power, obviously, but the same concept applies, okay? So let's do it again, and I'll walk you guys through it, okay? So here, we'll just do the initial setup, and again, how everything should work in regards to timing. All right, here, let's go ahead here. Okay, so here, you guys see that? Summon shadows, look, QTE. He's gonna jump in. You did punishment already, you do your ult. You can now do one more punishment here just to get it out. Now get her in. Now the goal here again is to do your ult before he does anything else here. Okay, here, perfect. Timing here. And then now he's gonna do his breath. And remember, this is not a ×3, okay? This is a normal mode one. Here you want to do your bleeds. Get in there, do your ult quickly. And then QTE out ASAP, okay? So here you want to QTE in for Min. Avoid this damage. See all that damage I'm avoiding? You can go ahead and do this even. Just bring her in. And then this part here, you just want to break. You want to break before he gets a chance to do anything else. Because breaking here is very important. Now look, because it's tier 7, he's going to obviously do his breath here. So I don't get the same level of, the same chance to get away from this. But this is supposed to be a tier 8 run, right? Not a tier 7. So you guys can kind of get the general sense of how this works. So you guys can see bleed is now going off. Again, bring him in. Cause the bleed. Do your core damage. Get Min in here. Another punishment if you can. All right, ult and punishment here is important. Okay, there it is right there. And then go in for the break. There it is. And then you should have enough time now to finish this off with an ult and a regular kill. Now this is, again, is tier 7. It's a little different, but same concept applies. Debuffs up, and then make sure they're always going. Now, the whole point of SM Back is to make sure that you continuously keep bleed up. The whole point of Min is to keep punishment up and give everybody power gauge increase. And then the whole point of her is to break and DPS like a mad person, right? So there you guys go. Hope this helps some of you guys out. If you guys have any questions, obviously let me know in the comment section. If you have any suggestions, also let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear back from you guys. This is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.